Guess who's back, 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 back again, again, again. Solar's back, back, back. Tell a friend, friend, friend. What's up? How we doing, gang? Let me close out of Streamlabs so that it doesn't make a big noise every time anybody talks. Okay. We are heading back into Trials and Tribulations for the second time today. Okay. Do I have everything set up correctly? I believe so. Let me just pull up a little something something on the second screen. Yeah, okay. Let's go. October 13th, 9:36 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. Hey, Nick! What is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy! Oh, so check out the mask-to-mask glossy I bought! You bought this? Where? From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Mask-to-mask publicity photos stuck into the court record. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it. I'm the criminal. Me. He's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor, I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. I like having zero context, don't explain what happened. There's a thief. This guy thinks he's the thief. His wife says he gets delusional sometimes. Oh shit, I forgot to even exit out of the Discord call. Lol. Oh my god, we were in there for 8 hours and 18 minutes. Holy shit. Okay. Anyway, this guy fucking loves his wife. And his wife, I love her too. And so is Larry. Larry's trying to love her wife too, his wife too. Fuck. Accidentally fucking used the wrong pronouns for him. Normally when I say of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please. Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Didesi, honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. Oops, I forgot I was in the VC. Don't even worry about it, dog. You see, actually the thief is, me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is mask to mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. October 13th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 6. Who's that guy? Who's that Barry sax player? Tucks hair behind ear. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. Well, what did you say? Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? Whoa, no, I'm not. But I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Open the floodgates from heaven. Deadass though. Whew. I know it's like 70 degrees outside, but like, ooh, I think I might have just gotten hotter in here. I love him. I am in love with him. Nova, you are so fucking valid. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I am Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Yeah, he's the one that Detective Acme was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? None. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. You know what's so crazy about us saying that he was a Barry Sax earlier? The way that the fucking sax music comes in. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Don't you know anything? No matter the command, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts. So you never lost? Hmm? This guy is the real deal, alright, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Trite. Huh? Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Why are you gifting a sub? What the hell? Oh, it's from Beloved? Did they give you 2 on accident or something? Bro, what are you? What? Nope, I think it just does that. Oh, weird. I wanted to gift you one on my birthday. Oh, dude, why are you gifting me things on your birthday? What the hell, man? Because I love you and support you, I will literally beat you the fuck up right now. I'll drive down there and beat you up. I'll drive 6 hours. Don't test me. Stop giving... I'm literally spending time with you on your birthday because I love you and it's a treat for me. Dumb bitch. Bro, I'll beat you up. Anyway, back to Godot being hot and sexy for your birthday. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement. Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Bro, that smirk got me feeling things. Dog, what the hell? Ooh, somebody get a fan in this courtroom. God damn. You know how when they were designing Flynn Rider, they brought in, like, all of the women who were working on the movie, and they, like, compared a bajillion, if I was Phoenix, I would kill this guy. Romeo, how are you not? Romeo, Phoenix should be sweating, and not for the reasons he usually is. Romeo, how are we not in love already? My resident gay boy, Romeo. You need to understand, they need to pin each other up. Who said that? Oh my god, that's crazy. Who said that? Who said that? Well then, let's hear from the first witness. Gumshoe! Must have been the wind, for real. My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. Yeah. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. I'll wait and see. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. Alright, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Mask to Mask's crimes. Mask to Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lloyd Lee Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. And that's why we're sure it was Mask to Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. So then the actual identity of this Mask to Mask is... Mr. Godot, what are you... Somebody sedate me, dog. Well, we're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Very well. It's only coffee, after all. I miss him. I missed my husband. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. He is the original Too Sweet by Hosier. So true. Well, Nick, what are you going to do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Mask to Mask who stole the urn. Mask to Mask's crimes. Mask to Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Zvari author on thieves. An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. Wait, did someone even die here? No! It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal, except for maybe the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zvari, do you? Who is this person? Zvari? He sounds German. His name is Luke Adme, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Wow, that's actually unique. Yeah. Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. It looks like the thief is toying with me even now. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Well, of course I have. Except, the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Abney stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card that Lordly Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real? Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Mask to Mask's emblem. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His 5th heist, and your 5th screw-up, huh? Objection, pal! Now that ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times, but this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You, of all people, shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away, got me? Well, it looks like he's really got it in for Detective Abney. So do I do not like that man. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Emanon. What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? No, sir, it's a blue diamond, a single rare diamond. Next was the Crown of Bongora, you know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades and the portrait of Megina, sir. Detective Abney retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his 5th and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. Well, that's why we're sure it was Mask to Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? Well, I was thinking of asking the same thing to myself. I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions, that's right, it means that Mask to Mask is behind it. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Mask to Mask who stole the urn. But there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Mask to Mask. But... Also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was Mask to Mask that did it, maybe for the time being I should try to show it wasn't Mask to Mask that did it. Okay, his pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. Okay, but the urn... Objection! Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? Well, that's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Mask to Mask would normally go after. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Mask to Mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... well... Oh, shit, my fucking phone's going off. Okay, hold on. Let me just... Yeah, okay. Just making sure that the alarms are... Yeah. Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Mask to Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Mask to Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Mask to Mask's methods. A fake. Well, a fake Mask to Mask? Fake to Mask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. A copycat thief, yeah. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. It looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was, in fact, faked a mask. The Treasures of Crane exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Guys, the new courtroom music, it hits. Yeah. Look at picture. This one? Is it this one? Wait, let me look at that one and then look back at this one. The smiley face thing at the top of his shirt? Oh yeah, he's got no little smiley face. Yeah! The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Bro, right now we're just proving that Ron Delight, because literally the outfit that he's wearing is that outfit. Bro! Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us just what about this picture is so peculiar. It's right here, of course. You mean Mask to Mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Mask to Mask's chest. A breach? Here? Bailiff, get my steed! We need to retreat at once. Your steed? How old are you, Your Honor? What do you mean? It's several horsepower. Okay. When you say several horsepower, do you mean a horse that's very powerful? What else could I mean? Oh my god. 3 years old. A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now. But the mask-to-mask in the security camera photo... Yeah! He has no brooch! That brooch is the same as the emblem on Mask-to-Mask's calling card and serves as a symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Mask-to-Mask is a fake. I've been fooled again! Heed my warning, we leave at dawn. Oh, order! It's true, undeniably true! Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Hey now. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. But Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Ha! The brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this? Ah! That's Mask-to-Mask's brooch. Well, where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? He must mean the Amy Faye statue. Well, why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. Grr, this guy is one cruel customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? Okay, maybe your Godot voice is helping him. Tee-hee. Just imagine how crazy the voices are gonna go once I get on T, dog. That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. Pretty little hickeys? What if I died? What if I died? Wait, are you trans? What? Me? The most cisgender man of all time? It's me, a cisgender boy. I'm a cisgender, allosexual, heterosexual, neurotypical, American landowning man. And that's the only reason I deserve a right to vote. Figuratively speaking, of course, I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch? Order! Order in the court! Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch! I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. I'm truck sexual, Ram 150. Good for you. It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Damask's brooch added to the court record. Found in the shadow of Amy Faye's statue. Looks like it was torn off some clothing. Ha! You mess with Godot. And you get burned. Grr, he's been playing me like a violin. No, I think he's been playing you like a Barry sax. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Yeah, okay. Finally time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? Can't stand this guy. My husband, the world is at peace once more. 1 second is one drip on the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. Well, what's clear? Zvari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that. Bestie, that's not some fucking stunning revelation. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Ha, not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Penetrate, huh? This shit is crazy. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atme, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. Or their clothes off. What? Who said that? I don't think that Luke Atme is good enough for Godot, I'm not gonna lie. I've heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. Godot is too hot to be a Tumblr sexy man. At me, maybe. Godot, love of my life, you were written to be a Tumblr sexy man. Yeah, he's literally too hot for people on Tumblr to think he's hot. Fucking Winston Payne had the Onceler suit, and Atme has the kind of, like, Onceler attitude and vibe. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. Why did it take you 30 fucking minutes? So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I failed to see why the witness seemed so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Old-Timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Mask, my arch enemy. Guy who is not sus at all. That's what I'm saying. That was my theory earlier. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. What I witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date change. So that would be 1 o'clock in the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it? Up to this point, I've tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely, that is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure on your pigeony head, that is. In any case, that's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Dancingly descended? From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby W ace dunce. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? Good, then let's continue with the testimony. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Attacked and knocked unconscious and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, Sir Lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Oh boy, have I! So many times. Hit in the head with a bar so many times. Huh? Well, actually, yes, by a fire extinguisher. And a bar. Several times. The fucking bar will never leave. True. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with. He may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless, and then... 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. About this 30 minutes. My silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold. So, what happened during these 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor, that that span of time has truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Okay, wait. What's the piece, though? Wait, camera went off once at around 1 a.m. on the night of the crime. Yeah, about 1 a.m. But he said just after the date changed, so wouldn't that be at midnight? I don't know. Dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used the emergency phone to notify the police. Okay, wait. Yeah, then why did the brooch get ripped off? Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch-nemesis Mask to Mask. It is, in point of fact, Mask to Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Ha! Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off. Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme. Dirk! Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. Crazy how no one ever gets put in jail for perjury, though, in these games. Like, no one ever. Right. No, well, wait a moment, sir, old-timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? Perjury isn't real in this universe. Perjury never heard of her. No, but like, they literally mention perjury. They literally mention perjury! So just, like, nobody ever actually, they're just like, oh, sorry, I was being a silly Billy. Sorry. Welcome to Criminal Law A's attorney version. Yeah. Also, give me a second, I gotta put these chips away from earlier. Okay. ASMR. If you lie in court, all you have to do is say sorry. I mean, that's literally true with these games, apparently. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I, Luke Atme, agree completely. Fight with the thief. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. Bam! And that's all she wrote. Okay, but still, the brooch. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of mask to mask? Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. The coffee thing is hot, I assume every time he gets handed one, it's from a dazzled jury member, or maybe the bailiff. Do you think it's Ponald or Gonald? Gonald? Yeah, Gonald's just like, here you go, sir. There you go, sir. Yeah. I'll go back to where I'm standing now. Yeah. The G in Gonald stands for gay as fuck. So true. The P in Ponald stands for pansexual. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can't be good. Fight with the thief. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. So why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to go check the data. That's why I went to the computer, elegantly of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer? What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? About the sensor. What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat-detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Lordly Taylor Department Store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Hee. Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? Hold on. I want to ask about the computer, too. So, did that computer belong to Lordly Taylor as well? Correct. Well, except for the program that manages the data. That was specially designed by me. Look at me. In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. Hee. What's wrong, Sir Lawyer? However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated. What does that mean, discombobulated? Young people these days, they really irritate me. They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Now I've forgotten. What was I saying? Geez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it's simply because I may or may not have hit my head on some kind of something today when I was coming into court. The bar! It got me too, Your Honor! Not recently, but, you know. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, that thief had no idea that I, Luke Atme, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Shishido. So the thief armed himself with a sword. And what about yourself, witness? A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college I was the second in charge of the boxing club. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Mask to Mask. This guy is a real piece of work. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Powericious? I assumed the Atme fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? You were blinded? So what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. The statue of Amy Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah, what is it? This Luke Atme guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. Okay, wait, no, I already pressed on that. Okay, hold on. The mask knocked me out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Fortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman. His first blow struck true. Bam, and that's all she wrote. Is it the one... Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college... Okay, hold on. However, my opponent... Okay, yeah. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Powericious? I assumed the Atme fighting stance, but a sudden flash... Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Atme fighting style? What is this Atme fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say any more. But... I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the at-me fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? It was very important. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Bro. He's like, Phoenix Wright is going to hire a hitman to come after me. I just know it. Now then, witness. Well, go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. Put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. Where is this third eye you're talking about? Oh, it's right between my right and left eyebrows. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead if you like. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? Sir Lawyer, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. So Mr. Abney got hit on the forehead then? That's what he says. I've got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. Yeah, so do I. Well, what do you think, Dick? He's hiding something. Yeah, he's a bitch.
Objection!
Detective Atme, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It's truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch-nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. Yeah, it seems I have made another mistake. Nuh-uh-uh. Detective Atme, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. Well, what do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong.
Objection!
Oh, the objection is low, too. To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes.
Objection!
Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Really? What is it like, then? It's so fucking hot, bro, I cannot. Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that... Oh, shit! I was thinking he is mask to mask, but I don't think we have evidence for that yet. This Mr. Atme is a fake. Mr. Atme is no ace detective. Yeah, okay, I was thinking that he is mask to mask. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme's true identity is actually mask to mask. Yeah. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are, in fact, Mask to Mask. But Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows Mask to Mask. This security camera belongs to Lordly Taylor Department Store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? Mask to Mask's MO is pure genius, and so am I, Luke Atme, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, Sir Lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, there's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you assumed the thief's identity... I have to go to sleep, but I love his magnifying glass monocle. Good night! Godot Blend number 102, my personal favorite. Mr. Godot! The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. As hot and as perfect as Godot, dog! Let me out of here! Holy shit! Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof that you have, quickly. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Acme looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. But can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact Mask to Mask. It has yet to be found. Proof? Of course I've got nothing. Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy's the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But, are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add, then... Hold it! Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Miss Delight, what are you doing here? Nicky boy! The thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. It's what's in the bag. Well? That's... the sacred urn! Nick, it's the urn! Order! You, madam! That urn, where did you find it? You'll never believe it! It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective Luke Atme! Oh, Desi, you're the best! Sacred urn updated in the court record. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atme? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Huh. Pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved? Before casting aspersions at Detective Adme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight, is that correct? Yes, what about it? Huh, how charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. But what are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office! Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we've been witness to. You're wrong! I would never do such a thing! Miss Delight. Please, Nicky boy! You've gotta help me talk some sense into these people! My favorite thing is that Godot is actually good. It's scary. Yeah, this is the thing, is that everything that he's bringing up is, like, actually good points. He's not just like, huh, no, nuh-uh, and I'm gonna, like, so far, he's not just like, I'm gonna, like, set up the witness and coach the witness on what to say and tell them, you know, like, he's not tampering with shit. He's just, like, doing his job, and it's like, oh god! Oh god! There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Show fingerprints on the urn? I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you going to do now? I've come too far to turn back now. Adme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Mine, bitch! So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, Nick! Come on, open it up! Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at that time, but I did touch what was inside. But what? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Amy's office. Atme's office. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. The scariest man is a man with a motive. Godot misses his wife, too. Yeah. If she polished it, it wouldn't have any, it would have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atme Detective Agency. Huh. This blend. Godot blend number 107. I've decided it's a little too bitter after all. Ooh, his mask starts smoking and blinking. Order, order, order. I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. But what are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Mask to Mask. Haha, I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atmy's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all! Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Hold it. Who's holding it? Oh, no! No, honey! Ron, no! Honey! Stop it! You're wrong! Wrong, I tell you! I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not... This can't be happening. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me! I'm him! I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you! So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please! I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but... The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass judgment. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you! Shut up! Stop with the fucking sexy saxophone. Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Oh, I'll be a criminal. Lock me up, dog. Put the handcuffs on me. Woo! Yes, sir. I'm barking. If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Mask to Mask, then prove it, that's what it means. Yes, sir, I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Nick's like, aw, he's like a dumb puppy. He's like, is this what Edgeworth sees when he looks at me? Just like a cute little shy guy barking? And Edgeworth is like, absolutely not, but Phoenix is like charmed by the idea. He's like, aw. What am I supposed to do? What is a man to do? What is a poor cisgender boy to do? Romeo, are you seeing this shit? Romeo, are you still there? Giggling, barking, kicking my feet. Well, I say, I'm clutching my pearls. I need a bit of ice. I gotta cool myself down. Hold on. Now you understand why he's been my husband for so long. Ooh! What is a little transgender boy to do? Whew. I'm like dabbing the sweat off my forehead like in To Kill a Mockingbird, dude. Well, I say. Okay. Whew. Okay, I'm a little bit calmed down now. Alright, I'm alright. I'm okay. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. Ooh, make me a man! Ooh, make an honest man out of me, Godot. I'd do anything. I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Okay then, talk. We're all listening. Oh, well, let's all have a listen to this confession. The truth is, I've been masked to mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually masked to mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off, that's all. I don't like the direction this trial has taken. But this is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway. You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Godot, you're embarrassing me. He's so me for real. He's so me for real, my little bisexual king. My little timid bisexual king. Godot? Godot is literally... I have thoughts about Godot. I have many thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts, and I think I shouldn't share them. I think I should refrain from sharing them. They might be incriminating. He might have to lock me up. Give me a second. I legitimately gotta cool myself down. I gotta use some ice and put it on my pressure points right now, dog. Literally, Ron is a boy who responds to praise. How much fanfiction is there about these two? It's the Godot effect, I understand. Nova, I need you to look up Ron Delight slash Godot on AO3 real quick and just tell me how much there is. However much porn there is of Godot, it's not enough. It's simply not enough. Whew, okay. There's only 10? Are you kidding? How much of it's porn? It's all porn, right? Half and half, actually. Oh, that's interesting. I can't believe there's not more porn of these two. Okay. I'm calmer. Stop it, Mr. Godot, you're embarrassing me. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise, too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true mask to mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best. I cannot believe there is not more porn. The dynamic is right there. It's literally, if you're a good boy, I'll punish you the way that you want me to. Bro, it's right there. Puppy boy. Yeah, for real. Somebody get Ron Delight a puppy mask. Stat. All right, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Mask to Mask's identity. The truth is, I've been Mask to Mask all along. You may think you're the real Mask to Mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Desi yet about my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I've got my reasons. With the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it? Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose. What should I do? It sounds like we're about to get sidetracked. Again. Press harder. So why are you withholding the truth from your wife? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. And second, if there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests, it's criminals. If that's the case, then why did you ever start thieving to begin with? Well, Desi is crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say I'm a Desi-aholic. Me for real. Me for real. So you do have a complicated family situation after all. Alright, that's enough. Please continue with your testimony. I beg of you. Oh, begging already, Phoenix. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Mask to Mask, can you? I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real Mask to Mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hey now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim for a change? Come on, Nick, you know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. I need some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly be Mask to Mask. Well, I guess if you had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we? For the time being, maybe I need to shift strategy. I should try to show that Mr. Delight couldn't have stolen the urn. Anyway, I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. You've got no alibi? I've been a judge for a long time, and this is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about having no alibi. But I tell you, I was in Lordly Taylor that night. No, that's too vague even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement warehouse. Hold on. What is it, Nick? Where was Ron Delight when the crime happened, anyway? If we can prove that he had an alibi, I get it, the wallet, yeah, I get it. You think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the coffee. Well, I think maybe I can. Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence that shows the defendant has an alibi? Yeah. I have the evidence, or do you think I'm still some sort of third-rate rookie? Whoa, I've never seen you this angry before. Or do you think... Oh, I gotta deliver that angrier. I have the evidence, or do you think I'm still some kind of third-rate rookie? I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic. You can call me pathetic. Woo! I thought I was more confident than angry. Well then, let's see this evidence already. Show to this court evidence that proves where your client was on the night of the crime. Mr. Delight, This wallet belongs to you, correct? Yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. This proves that Mr. Delight was, in fact, at KB Security that night. No! This is interesting, having to prove against the defendant that, like, me and my plot device wallet, yeah. So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry anyway. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? This case is more like an actual case. Yeah, I like it. And stop drinking that coffee! Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. Positive encouragement. The way that he's smart enough that he knows that positive encouragement will speak to a witness more than negative encouragement. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. All right, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Oh, I want him to get Mr. Delight all worked up. Bestie, can you send me some of that fanfiction? Listen! He knows manipulation. He can manipulate me. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Or an adult at his first day at the BDSM dungeon. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there. He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to KB Security's CEO's office. No! Huh. That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all. Ugh, this stupid kid. I like that they're calling it... How old... Wait, I still haven't checked how old he is. Luke Atme is 34. Phoenix, you are 26. How are you calling a 23-year-old a kid? Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night. Blackmail letter. The blackmail letter. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's... What is it? I guess kid is right to use for twink. Hi, I hate peeps, welcome back. A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? Yes, basically it says, bring $50,000. That certainly sounds like blackmail, alright. At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security's CEO's office, a full half hour away from the scene of the crime. Jesus Christ, I'm having another fucking seizure. Phoenix, just make sure, okay, just lean down on the desk and like tilt your head to the side so you don't choke on your tongue. You're good. It's okay, guys. I got him. damn. That must be from when he hit his head on that bar, huh? That'll get you. Phoenix, you need to leave the realm of the bar. No! Order! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It looks like a perfect case for the defense.
Objection.
You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... well, let's just say that my Godot Blend 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But, did you actually investigate this CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof. I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that. At least I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There's someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the keycard was used at 1 a.m. that night. Hold on. Larry! Phoenix, you need to leave the room. Okay, wait, no, I already read that. Who is this useless-looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. That's so brutal, what the fuck? Hold on, let me get an ice cube. I'm getting too warm again. Mean as fuck to Larry Butts, my beloved. Okay. It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh. The question at hand is this key card. Yup, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need it to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this key card's data. What? Well, Mr. Godot? The name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Keycard updated in the court record. But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Mask to Mask in this photo. Ha! It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security's CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Mask to Mask. Good job, you did it, Nick! That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. That's what's wrong, Your Honor. I'm ready to pass judgment. But before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor! Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty. Yay! And Gumshoe throws the confetti! Court is now adjourned. Well, that was a short one. October 13th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. Nick, you did it! You were right after all! Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy! Oh, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick! Oh, pearls! I've got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing! How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? No, dude, drop it! Me looking at the game with this plot line in its mouth, like, drop it! Drop it! You should be ashamed of yourself! Ouch! She slapped me. Pearly! This woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick! Yes? You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client. Or going behind the back of your own client. No, you've got it all wrong. I'll never forgive you. Ow, a double slap. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky Boy here. But actually, it was you, Mr. Light, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case, then why does this guy still look so glum? No, but I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is... Come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. Oh, the smirk! The smirk with the teethers! Oh! 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 Somebody detain me! Oof. Okay. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me Buddy. Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. Kane Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Oh, fuck! No! Bro! It's a worse crime! It's not over! Gumshoe threw the confetti too soon! Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, but Body? The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean... That's right, amigo. At the same time that cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Helped me out? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage. What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way! He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No! That's a lie! It can't be true! But I am the thief, I tell you! Ron Delight, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible! I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. Oh! Duh. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Oh! Oh, you could go through me, sir. Donald's just in the back there like, oh, you can go through me, sir. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Ronnie! Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen next? To be continued. Oh man! Save your progress up to this point? I think I shall. Man, we've come a long way since I was playing this in 2023, huh? How we feeling, gang? I know how I'm feeling with Godot there. Oh! Eepy. Yeah, I feel that. You have officially been a 20-year-old for... Well, it's officially been your birthday for 1 hour and 48 minutes. Jesus Christ. Is that how long I've been here? That's how long that trial took? Oh my god, the trials in this case are long. And that felt short. Oh, this is gonna be a long road, gang. I'm sorry I didn't know. It's okay, it's okay. I promise it's okay, dude. I'm happy to spend time with you on your birthday. By the way, my little brother had his first track meet today, and I'm pretty sure he did pretty good. I didn't get a chance to ask much, but, you know. Okay. It is time for both of us to go the fuck to sleep. And that goes for everybody. Unless you're in a different time zone or something. In which case, I don't know, go about your day. Let's find somebody to raid. How about that? I will do my best to be back here live at 4 p.m. CST. Today on the 14th. Sorry, I'm chewing ice because it's so fucking hot in my room. I love you, take care of yourself, and I'll see you. I will see you too. Happy birthday. I love you. Let's find somebody to raid. Oh, Gamer Reap is live. Let's go into their stream. They're playing Rise from the Ashes. Absolutely, let's go. I've rated this one before. Okay, thank you guys for coming out. I hope I will see you at 4 p.m. CST. Bye-bye.